So rose is known as one of the most precious and expensive essential oils. It's this amazing fragrance that makes the demand for this oil still so high. And one of the things to know, I asked why it's so expensive. And there are a number of reasons. So one is that it takes about 3,000 to 4,000 kilos of these rose blossoms to make just 1 kilo of rose oil. That's a 3,000 to 1 ratio at best. So that's one of the reasons it's expensive, is just there's a very low amount of essential oil in each blossom. The other reason is that there's no way to mechanically harvest this. It's harvested by hand. So I'm going to see here, this blossom, each morning they're picking these by hand. There's no machinery that can come through and pick these. So the rose harvest starts every year, usually the end of April, and runs through the month of May into the beginning of June. It's somewhere in there for about 4 weeks. They're harvesting these blossoms every morning, and then they take them back to the distillery down the hill, and they process them right after they're picked.
Alexander explained that making steam distilled rose essential oil is a simple and chemical-free process. You add rose blossoms to water, heat it all up, and collect the resulting rose water steam through a series of pipes. Through the process of heating the water in roses, then cooling the steam, you end up with pure steam distilled essential oil of rose that rises to the top and can be siphoned off of the water.
There are 2 components to making rose essential oil and rose water that is made here at this distillery. One, of course, is the rose, but the other really important ingredient is water. This property has its own wells where the water comes, and you can see from the rain that they're constantly refilled. The other important thing about this rain is that this is actually what protects the roses and gives the Rose Valley of Bulgaria such a great amount of the world's rose oil production. And that's because this humidity, this rain, it keeps the rose plants from drying out and gives a higher percentage of essential oils in each rose. This is really important because rose has got a remarkably low level of oil. Alexander was telling us that for lavender oil, the ratio is about 60 to 1 lavender to lavender oil. With roses, of course, we know it's more like 3 to 4,000 to 1. And so any extra bit of oil that you can get is really necessary for the rose production. So it's raining today, but we're thankful because that means many roses this year.